So we're at the first 30-minute mark. The dry pintos, pretty much the same. I don't see any noticeable difference with the bromophil blue. For the soaked pintos, it's obviously turning green, but not completely green yet. Just get a shot. Bromophil blue for the dry kidneys is the same as pintos. It might look just a little bit different, but that's just lighting. Yeah, because it's in a little dark spot. And then right here we've got the soaked kidneys, and it's also turning green, which is interesting. So the dry beans are essentially the same as the pinto. Both dry beans are essentially the same, and both soaked beans are essentially the same, which is interesting. Okay, not too keen on doing this. I'm gonna make it quick. I have the soaked beans in a dark environment, but of course this is obnoxious because I have to check on it every once in a while, and I have to use light, otherwise I can't see. So these are soaked beans, and they both look the same, both green, and I would note that they're actually greener than the soaked beans out in the normal condition. Okay, the second 3-minute interval, bromophil blue just looks the same for the dry pintos. It's gotten slightly greener for the soaked pintos, but still kind of blue. I guess this is bad lighting. And the bromophil blue for kidneys is also, for dry kidneys, is also like the same as dry pintos, just like completely unchanged. And soaked kidneys about the same, green. So there's really not a noticeable difference. You know, actually there's a little bit more blue, slightly more blue in the pintos as of now, the soaked pintos, but it's pretty much the same. Drawing my bean ethics here. Alright, so for the soaked pintos, it's gotten even greener, really green. And for the soaked kidneys, it's also really green, far more green than the soaked beans in the light. Third half-hour increment check-in. I mean, the bromophil blue, once again, has not changed on either the dry pintos or the dry kidneys. The green, or the soaked pintos and the soaked kidneys have both become green. They're really actually like an indistinguishable shade right now. Like you can't really distinguish if they're different. They look very similar. And I guess I'll go check on the others now. Alright, I'll make it quick. Okay, so the greens in here are a lot more fluorescent. They're very green, and they've been becoming greener at a faster pace. So I wonder if the greens out there will become more like this color. But these are like a lime green, whereas the other ones are more like an army green. Alright, fourth increment, here we go. Bromophil blue in the dry beans, once again, no change. And a very slight, if any, change for the soaked beans. They're just, perhaps they're a little bit lighter green than they were last time. And back in the closet, we have the soaked beans in the dark, and not really a distinguishable difference, perhaps even a little bit brighter than last time. Actually, I think a little bit brighter, but no huge difference. Okay, the fifth 30-minute increment check-in. And once again, literally nothing has happened with the dry beans, so I'm just beginning to think that nothing will happen unless miraculously something happens in the last 30 minutes. The greens here, they've become lighter, but they're far less fluorescent than the greens in the closet. But it's interesting that the soaked beans, both in the regular area and in the dark closet, have both yielded some sort of green, though the ones in the closet are much more bright and vibrant. And here we have it. Wow, it's even brighter. It just keeps getting brighter and brighter, which is ironic since it's in the dark, dank closet. Yeah, not much else to say other than it's gotten brighter than the last time. So I guess these beans' futures are pretty bright. Alright, it's like 1 a.m. in the morning too. I don't even know anymore, so bad jokes, sorry. Okay, the 6th and final check-in. And as I predicted in the last check-in, literally nothing has happened to the Bronco Blue with the dry beans. The green fluid, which was the Bronco Blue, and the soaked beans it's identical. You can't tell a difference. And it really hasn't changed in the last half hour, or hasn't changed much in the hour. So these are the final results for the soaked kidneys. Went from Bronco Blue to this green color. For the dry kidneys, the Bronco Blue stayed the same. For the soaked pintos, it turned a green color, which is really the same color as the kidneys. And for the dry pinto, nothing happened either, still the Bronco Blue. Last and final, or 6th and final closet check-in. Well, not much has happened since between the last check-in, the 5th check-in and this 6th check-in. However, these are exactly almost exactly the same colors. Not a big difference. The pintos and the kidneys. And that concludes the experiment.